Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be doing a video. I was tagged to do this video a few weeks ago, and it's taken me this long to kind of get to it. But anyway, it is called For the Love of Dragons tag, and I was tagged by E.L. Summers, aka Lauren, who is a fellow author tuber on here. And let's just get into it, shall we? First question. What color dragon are you most drawn to? Well, as always, everything depends. So if you go with normal dragons, I am usually most drawn to the white or the green just because of their powers. Green being environment, usually growth, plant life, stuff like that. And white usually being healing. But if we go with the dragons in one of my worlds, the My Husband Wants series, I would be drawn to the blue, probably because they're more like earth type dragons instead of water type dragons. They deal with actual growth, and it's not just plant life, it's everything. It's flora, fauna, helping buildings kind of expand kind of thing, but their magic is very, very limited because their magic comes from within. So in order for them to get something to grow, they have to expend a lot of energy from themselves. And sometimes they don't have that much energy. If we're going with Daughter of Blood Gold world, then purple is definitely the way to go. They don't necessarily have any specific powers. It's more like personality traits that go with the colors, and purples are very passionate about whatever they are passionate about. So, the main character in Daughter of Blood Gold is very passionate about um intimate relations. But her father is very passionate about animals, caring for them, raising them, experiencing them, finding a new species kind of thing. And then her mother was very passionate about hoarding jewels and gold and anything that was worth money or worth power. That's what her mother was passionate about. So those are the color. Long-winded answer. I know. Because that's what I do here. 2. Besides treasure, what would your dragon hoard? Probably books. Need I really say more? If not books, then stationery. Just because. 3. What is one unique dragon trait you wish more books explored? Just the power of emotions that dragons can have. It's not just them being hoarders. It's it's them having emotions. It's them being sentient beings too. Um, I wish that was explored a little bit more, and it is coming around. I mean, there are a lot more dragon books out there, but usually it's still like knocked down to fighting or having a rider or being a hoarder. And there should be more dimensions to a dragon. 4. Would you rather be a dragon rider or a dragon shifter? Shifter. All the way. Shifter. Because you could do so much more being a dragon shifter. I feel. Um, Save a dragon, ride a cowboy, I guess. 5. What kind of bond do you like most? Telepathic, magical contract, or blood bond? Honestly, I like the telepathic because if you can communicate with each other, then you're not across space and not having anybody else hear it, then you can save one another some embarrassment or discomfort or from being attacked, I guess. uh, 6. What is your ideal dragon personality? Fierce, sarcastic, wise, chaotic, or something else? Sarcasm for the win. I mean, y'all have read my books. Y'all have seen me on here. Sarcasm is very present in my life, but I also want them to be wise with the sarcasm, because if you're sarcastic and you don't really have anything going on up here, it doesn't work at all. You're being a jerk. Just yeah. 7. Which fictional world would you move to just for the dragons? Probably I kind of like SD Houston's Dragons. Granted, I haven't read very much of her dragons. I've like skimmed some things here and there, and I have her first book in the series, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. You know, my TBR is just like huge. Um, but other than that one, I would guess my husband wants series type dragons. They're dragon shifters. They can change into human form, and I think I would like getting along with those better, or I would get along with those better because they have limitations and laws and stuff. 8. Who is the most underrated dragon in fiction? All of them? No. I can't really, because most of the ones in fiction have been like blown out of the water, especially if they've gotten like a movie deal. But I think I don't know. I don't know. The overhyped one, which is question number 9, is, I hate to say this, but I think it's Fourth Wing. Again, kind of going into that whole there's more dimensions to a dragon thing. There was a lot of missed opportunities to make those dragons more, just more in general, I believe. 10. If dragons existed today, where do you think they'd live? Wherever they'd want to. I mean, I would think that just like humans, they have their own personalities, wants, and desires. So if they want to live in the mountains, they want to live in the mountains. If they want to live beside the beach, they want to live beside the beach, you know? Well, unless they were trapped and hunted down to death or whatever. But if they were that, then probably the safest places for them to be would be where humans can't really survive, which would be like the top of Mount Everest or something like that. 11. Would dragons be feared, protected, or exploited in modern society? I think government-wise, they would be exploited, hunted down and killed. Billionaire and those who are rich, again, would exploit them. Those of us who, like us, we live in our own little fantasy worlds. We create our own little fantasy worlds. I do believe that we would be protecting them as best as we could, fighting for them, fighting for their rights. And I think some would fear them because it's something different. The ones with small minds would fear them, probably, instead of giving them a chance. If we do give them a chance and then they are, deadly and just want to kill everybody, then yeah, that fear is justified. Anyway, again, long-winded answer for something that could be shorter. 12. What element would you give your dragon? I like bending time or bending space. So either like a teleportation type where they can jump through time back and forth, or a teleportation type where they can go from point A to point B and not have to drive there. 13. Do you prefer dragons that can speak, or should they remain mysterious? I want them to speak. I want to know what's on their minds and how stupid they think we are. That's, you know, or how puny they think we are, I guess. So 14 is tag others to do the tag, and y'all know me. If you want to do the tag, you do it. Copy the questions down below and tag your own people. If you don't want to do the tag, you don't have to. I'm not going to pressure you. It's not like I'm going to go find you and say that, you know, you have to do the tag while I'm standing like right in front of you and holding the camera, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you for adding me to the tag, Lauren, and I will see y'all later. Be kind to yourself out there. Be kind to others as well. Keep writing, keep editing, keep reading, and I will see you next time.